Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Kandace and Denise. Let's go, go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never.
We are being joined by two young men to tell us about something fun that you should be a part of on Independence Day. So, joining me is, let me just get the names correct, Mr. Neville Peterson and Mr. Walker. Good morning and welcome to both of you.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning. Good morning.
And we are here to talk about the Independence Regatta and Boat Show. So, I'm going to start with Mr. Peterson?
Yes.
Yes. So tell us what's happening with this regatta and boat show on Independence Day.
The actual regatta is on Independence Day. The boat show is the day before, which is Wednesday.
Ah.
Yeah, at 3 p.m. Yes. We're showcasing the boats and the type of boats we have in Tobago. So the fans and the spectators will come and view their favorite boats and be a part of the boating community. Yes, and on Independence Day we showcase what the boats could do.
Mm-hmm.
That is the intent, and show Tobago what we have to offer and what they have to offer to the outside world.
Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Walker, give me an idea as to why you guys are doing this.
All right. Well, as young fellas and as a team, the Tobago Powerboat Association, we saw that something was needed after the March Past and all that in Scarborough on Independence Day. And we sat down and we said, let's do a regatta in Scarborough. Instead of persons leaving Scarborough and heading back home, you walk with your coolers and you line the seawall and look at some great racing, because I'm telling you, it will be some spectacular stuff taking place on Thursday.
And it's great racing because I'm not sure people may know, you are some of those people that take part in the great race competition.
Well, not exactly, but we have close family members. For example, my brother,
yes,
that take part in the great race. So he also will be racing on Thursday in Scarborough.
We also have Baker.
Yeah, Kami and George.
Yes,
and
yes. Mr. Melville and also Mr. Taylor. They took part in the great race this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be showcasing their skills in Scarborough as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So tell me about your race. How is it happening? From what point to, where the finish line, that kind of thing?
Right. So we're using the whole Scarborough waterfront, right? So the markers will be placed down in specific positions because we have reefs and all that kind of thing. So the relevant person would look at the area and put it down as safe as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So the finish more or less would end close to the Isle of Tobago sign, so everybody could get a proper viewing.
Mm-hmm.
So that we're looking at there right now.
And Mr. Walker, tell me a bit about the boat racing culture that seems to be growing right now in Tobago.
All right, yeah. So the culture has taken a shift. All right, when I say it has taken a shift, back then in we used to race around a lot with the pirogues, but now a lot of the guys have what we call high performance hulls. So the speeds that we used to see with the pirogues, those days are gone. So we have some very, very fast little hulls, and it's highly competitive.
Mm-hmm.
High competition. Mr. Neville has a very, very fast boat also. He's one of our biggest competitors. I'm coming out of Castara.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's a big change in how things were done in the past. Yes, there are going to be some pirogue racing on Thursday also to showcase where we came from, but the main attraction that everybody's coming to see is what we call in Tobago the Zessa class. That is where.
So explain the Zessa class for the viewers who are watching and may not know.
All right, so most of the Zessa class outfitted with 3-cylinder horsepower engines, right? They are all, most of them are tampered with, as I'm saying. You know, they modified. You know, we come in to see who could take down one like that. I am not gonna say they're not modified. You know, so this is, you'll have one captain and one throttle man on the vessel. The captain is totally responsible for guiding the boat through the course, and the throttle man is making sure that the boat has that speed that it needs to go through the course. So it's similar to the way the guys do the racing in the Great Race, but you get a more close knit with the racing and all that.
And what are you guys seeing now? Because we're seeing more and more of the power boat. Like I said before, there seems to be a growth of this boat racing culture. What are you seeing for the future, or what are you hoping to see for the future?
You want to answer? Go ahead. Yeah, I'll chime in.
All right. Well, this could only get bigger. So, as Mr. Walker said, we have these small boats with the 3 cylinders. There's also bigger boats with bigger engines. So, as time go along, people would upgrade, and it's just we're moving to the next level as much as we could, and inviting everybody from other neighboring islands to take part. So this is what I want to see for the future. I would like to see, I should say.
So the people that are taking part are just, are they from the Scarborough area, or are they from around Tobago? Tell me about the competitors.
Right. So everybody is basically from Tobago. There's one guy, he's from Trinidad, but we accept him as a Tobago. he never missed a race. So we accept him as a Tobagonian as well, and it brings good rivalry between villages, right? So basically everybody's Roxborough, Castara have a good team. Plymouth, Crown Point, Boko, everybody have their own village or area they would like to represent, and we're urging everybody to support the area. So come out and support your area. Yeah.
And of course, this is happening at the Scarborough Esplanade.
Yes, correct.
Right? Tell me about the other activities that you have planned during the day.
So we intend to have as well jet skis. However, we had a little accident over the weekend, so I don't know how that would impact the jet ski men coming out. That was unfortunate. We want to throw in a swimming race as well. Other than that, kayak. We're having some kayak races, so only kayak personnel could come out and do your stuff. We're having bouncy castle for the kids, so it would be a family event. So you could bring all the kids and they would have the bouncy castle. We're looking at face painting as well. So it's a whole day of his event in Scarborough. There's no going home and come back, and no, it's none of that.
So basically, you go, you watch the parade,
yes,
and then you trot into town.
Yeah.
And then you're just taking the races the whole day until the fireworks at night.
Yes, correct.
Yes, that's the plan, right?
That is the plan. Yeah. So we're trying to bring back some life to Scarborough. Yeah, because everything moved to the west. Not a problem to that, but we're still keeping Scarborough alive. That's the intent.
And then why is it so special, or why is it so important for you to keep Scarborough alive in this way?
Well, as I say, all the activities move to the west, and it's not. We could have other things than what we could call a party, because most of the event is just like a party. So we could have sporting activities. So we have recently we had the rallies with the cars. So we have the boats. We had the Commonwealth Games. So instead we could do other things than party.
So were you guys involved with those the car racing, the rally that happened? I can't remember what it's called, but the one that was on like a tour road.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed it this year. I missed it this year, but last year I was there. And as I always tell people, Tobago is a serious island that can do a lot of sport tourism.
Yes.
We're surrounded by a lot of water. We have roads that we can do rallying. We have waterfronts that we could do a lot of water sports and all that kind of stuff. And you asked a question about the future and what do we see. I see not just a regatta, but I see regattas taking place throughout the year. So we might do a regatta in Charlottesville or in Plymouth or in Castara. Just like when we travel to Trinidad for regattas, you know, we do a regatta almost every weekend from the beginning. I think it's February, right? So we want the people to come out and support. You know, have something to do on a Sunday instead of, you know, okay, what to do today, and then there's a party. No, something to bring the family out, the kids on the beach, and you know looking at the racing and having a good Sunday.
And I'm also looking at you and your two young men that are at the helm of this, right? Being able to, you know, make a positive influence in Tobago.
Yes, correct. There's, with the growing crime rate, is we intend to show that there's something else to do.
Yeah.
You understand? Instead of being on the block looking to rob somebody, because when I was a kid, my thing used to be racing boat in the drain. With my cousins,
Yes.
So to grow
Well,
down.
a paper boat and that sort of thing, yeah.
So my favorite boat was Thunder in Paradise. I don't know if anybody would remember that with Hulk Hogan. So I graduated from moving into the drains to having my own boat and now creating an event where I could race my own Thunder in Paradise and show that it's not so far-fetched and anybody could do it. So that's the intent.
And of course, I mean, it's just giving people an option for things to do in Tobago.
Yes, of course.
And also, just to piggyback on what Mr. Neville said, this thing is not just about racing. There's a whole educational aspect of it also, because coming from Castara, there are a whole heap, or for want of a better word, of young fellas that are interested in becoming outboard mechanics and hey Sammy, how you do this? Hey Walker, how show me how to do this? And they want to sit in the boat, you know, they want to get better and better and better. So I could say for Castara, a lot of the guys who were in the boats, you would see them out of the boats, and you see some younger faces in those boats, I would say, in the next 2 to 3 years. You know, so it's there is some education that is taking place also with this.
And even as Mr. Walker say, Mr. Walker himself teaches outboard mechanics.
Nice. Nice. So sure young fellas that are out there and you want to get involved. You know, and this is a very lucrative industry as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
So I mean, and tell me about being able to inspire other young guys that are coming up about just opening up their eyes to the different things that they can do within the industry to make some money.
Yeah, the market is like you said, very, very lucrative. It's a concentrating job. It's something that you have to really like also. I always tell the students that I teach every Wednesday in Buku that reading and understanding the theoretical part of things is very important, because I you know, sometimes I notice, all right, when we go to do practical, everybody's happy, but when we go to do the theory part of things, everybody else is like, hey, where's that? So it's challenging for me, but I enjoy teaching that. You know, I'm very happy teaching on a Wednesday in Buku. So.
And it's so important to instill that with, or at least try to instill that into our people so that, you know, we can develop further.
Yes. So other than the mechanical part, there's a hull. So if somebody interested in fiberglass work, they could, fiberglass work or shaping and designing boats. There's a market for that as well. So it's not just sitting and pushing the throttle. You could see, because the Ola heads are, getting older, and we need new ideas, new people, vibrant, energetic young people to come and extend the boating world.
Yeah, and we have a lot of great boat builders here in Tobago.
Yes,
People don't know. We have a big culture of boat builders that kind of goes under the radar, but that culture needs to continue.
The only way that would change is that we need to look at the education system and revamp it, and get these things that we do into the schools beforehand. You know, wait till somebody gets out of secondary school to try to introduce them to something that has been there for the last 10,
100 years.
100
Yeah.
years, you know. So, you know, fiberglass work, the planes that we fly around in is fiberglass. A lot of people don't know that. You know, you could from learning to build boats, you could end up in the aero industry. You know, so it's a very, very lucrative market. And as Mr. Neville said, you know, somebody young and innovative could jump out and say, I am going to redesign a hull to come and be very competitive with it. And yeah.
All right. So now we're at the end of the interview now. We just got about a minute left.
Sure.
So I just want you to let Tobago know where they need to be on Independence Day and why.
So Tobago, you all need to be in Scarborough on the Esplanade, on the waterfront, line the waterfront. Make sure walk with lots of water and less alcohol because the heat that we have going on here right now, we don't want anybody, you know, we don't want any emergencies. Walk with the family, all the kids. Feel free to come and ask the team any question. You know, come and ask me anything pertaining to the boats, the speeds, the designs, the engines. I'll feel free to share. So,
Right. And the number to contact?
754-7252.
And my number is 710-5485.
Great. All right, so viewers, there you have it. That's how we're going to be wrapping the show this morning. I want to thank you both for being on. So go out and support on Independence Day. And as we're wrapping up, please stay tuned because we are going to be bringing you live coverage of that consultation hosted by the Chief Secretary in regards to the inter-island travel between Trinidad and Tobago and seeing how we can fix this. All right, so viewers, thank you and see you again tomorrow.
Wake up with Kandace and Denise here. Let's go.